Only 3 people in the world have one of these. And only one of them is Irish. You know how strong I made you?
Everybody listened to Russ, but Jimmy was the most powerful man in the country.
I know things they don't know I know.
You're demonstrating a failure to show appreciation.
They wouldn't dare.
Don't say they wouldn't dare.
The Irishman, rated R.
You are listening to Moviesucktastic.
Dude. Whoa, dude, no! Oh!
There we go. Yeah, there it is, baby.
Oh. Joey.
Scott.
I made it.
You made it? I made it too?
Yes. Welcome, everyone, to one of the final 2 Moviesucktastic Oscar episodes for 2020.
Yeah, both Scott and I, just going to let you in on a little secret. We watched both of these movies yesterday. Now, you're saying to yourself, so what? But when one movie is 3.5 hours long, and the other one is 2 hours and 16 minutes long, that's 5 hours and 45 minutes of movie. That's and you can't fast forward this stuff. You just gotta do it. There's just not enough time.
We can't fast forward them.
Well, it's frowned upon.
I'm kidding.
There just isn't enough time.
No.
I mean, last week we did 3 movies. It was easier to watch 3 movies last week than it was to watch these 2 this week.
Yeah.
It really was. As a matter of fact, we did 3 movies 2 weeks in a row. So we did 6 movies in 2 weeks. It was easier to do all 6 of those than to have watched The Irishman and Marriage Story last night. And we'll talk about it more when we review Marriage Story, but Scott and I watched it together. We saw that one together, and that one was, that was a tough one.
But this episode we'll be reviewing Geriatric Goodfellas.
Can I start off by saying that the de-aging CGI was very distracting?
This is The Irishman, by the way. The movie's The Irishman.
Yes, we are reviewing The Irishman.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
For about the
I tried to compare it...
hour, for about the first hour and a half, I thought it was very distracting.
Remember when LA Confidential came out?
Yes. Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, and they made the renderings of these people realistic because motion capture, blah, blah, blah. And you watch it like, yeah, that's some creepy ass, not real looking shit. And that's exactly what I'm thinking every time I watch.
So hold on. Before we go too deep, Scott meant L.A. Noire, the video game, not the movie L.A. Confidential.
My apologies. You are correct. I don't care for the game. That's why the movie came up in my...
Me neither. But everyone's like, what the fuck's he talking about?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But no, the CGI age regression thing. It's just if anybody that complained about Superman's upper lip in the
Justice
League film and didn't complain about this, they're full of fucking shit. Shut up and go home. That's it.
I complained about both, so at least I'm in the clear.
You're consistent.
Thank you.
That's good.
I mean, and this is a Best Picture nominee. That's the craziest thing about it.
Oh yeah.
To me, it looks like they didn't do any de-aging to Pacino at all, because it was unnecessary, because they didn't go back to when he was a young man to tell that story. They just went to him being Jimmy Hoffa, right where they stopped doing the de-aging to Joe Pesci and De Niro. And let me say this. I did not realize Harvey Keitel was 81 years old. Because the dude looks amazing for 81 years old.
You know who looks good for 80?
Who's that?
Shatner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He looks like he's 50. It's insane.
Not Harvey Keitel good, but... What the hell was that?
That wasn't me.
Huh.
You okay?
Yeah. No, that was very distracting. One of my children just screamed very loudly.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's a problem or if they're
Children
just
do that.
being little dicks.
Children do that.
So anyway, the whole de-aging thing, here's a shot of it right here. This looks like a video game. Like that's how soft and like plasticky and out of place it really looked. Now again, this is, what did this film cost? It was
160 million.
Did it really cost 160?
That was their estimated budget. I don't know if they went over budget or not.
What the fuck is happening up there?
I don't know. What's happening down there?
I'm sorry. I gotta step away for like a minute. Hold on.
All right. Well, Joey goes to chase the ghosts in the attic. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Irishman. When the Joker came out, you had a lot of these people, these anti-Joker people, complaining that the director was ripping off Scorsese. I don't know why they bothered, because they could have just easily said that Scorsese ripping off Scorsese, and the Irishman. The whole film plays just like as some kind of like masturbatory gangland mobster hero worship jerkfest. I'm a little biased.
I apologize for the dead air, if there was any.
No dead air. I've been talking. You can't shut me up, motherfucker.
Okay. They're fucking watching Dr. Pimple Popper, and my oldest son is being very dramatic.
I'm not watching that shit.
I fucking can't. I can't.
I was just describing to our lonely audience here how
sorry about that.
How basically Scorsese's movie is just a masturbatory, like wet dream idolization of gangland mobster culture.
Yeah, well, this isn't his first rodeo in that either. This is
no, but this is like his most boring rodeo.
Absolutely, I agree
because
with that.
All the cowboys are in fucking wheelchairs.
And although I didn't dislike this movie by any means, it was probably one of my least Scorsese films. My least favorite. One of.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's at least an hour too long.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially
at least 2 hours was enough for this fucking film. The film. One of the things that annoyed me is the whole thing is a build up to killing Hoffa. I don't give a fuck. And then after that's all done and everything, we still have a half an hour to go.
No. There's an hour left.
Hour left. So after that, we just get to watch all of his gangster buddies grow old and die, and then after they're all gone, we get another half hour of just him preparing for death.
Yeah.
what the fuck is this? what is a gangster about this? And, like, there's no way. I just and De Niro as the sympathetic mafia hitman. I'm sorry. Go fuck yourself. Really,
He's a ruthless motherfucker.
Yeah, and I can accept like an anti-hero like that in like fiction, like in like an action film.
Right.
This is fucking true crime. This is like really something that really happened, and this guy's paying. Oh, this poor loyal. So this guy's a fucking hitman. At least Goodfellas like shit on it, like they shit on themselves.
Oh yeah.
This one it's like they redid Goodfellas but took out all the snark. It just kept it straight, unabashed, adore adoration of the fucking gangsters.
Even Goodfellas was only like 2 hours and 20 minutes long. I mean,
well, yeah, because it wasn't. It worshipped the thing, but it took a very Goodfellas like. With Goodfellas, the whole thing was like, yeah, everything seems cool, but then, yeah, it's all like everything's fucked up. The dark side, the downside to it.
Right.
And this one was just like, oh yeah, these beautiful people, and this everything's so cool here, and then what a great time, and well, what? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I took the movie a different way, but I said no.
So this movie, it made $961,000. That's what it did.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
That's
a worldwide
Netflix
total.
film, right? Because they just had to do a limited release, so it'd be eligible for the Oscars.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess they didn't care. Netflix really did not care at all about getting that 160 million back, because I guess they got it in subscribers.
Well, they want to become the Oscar-winning Netflix. I mean, that's a game changer. So it's worth the investment, especially since all the major studios turned them down because they didn't think. Weirdly enough, they didn't think anybody wanted to watch a Scorsese film following a bunch of elderly actors.
Well, you know
that
what?
works for comedies. It doesn't work for gangster films. I'm
true.
sorry.
No, it's true. I mean, and the Academy did recognize it. It's
because it's fucking Scorsese and De Niro and Pesci, and it's just this fucking like this is like an Italian mobster reunion fucking movie because Coppola's dead, so somebody has to do it.
Dude, that guy, he hasn't done. His wine is good. I'll give him that. But that's about the only good thing he's making these days.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, this film got 10 Oscar nominations. That's pretty. And it got nominated for visual effects, too. Yeah. I mean, obviously from all the de-aging, but yeah.
Oh, they'll give it to because of the. I thought Scorsese in an interview say, "Oh, this is gonna do away with makeup in movies." But yeah, I'm sure the CGI special effects is a lot cheaper than some chick with a fucking sponge, idiot. Come on, really? Yeah, your movie costs $160 million. Oh, we're not gonna need makeup women anymore. It's gonna be beautiful.
He really said that? Wow. For a guy that's shitting on like superhero films that just rely almost entirely on CGI. It's interesting.
Yeah, well, I can't pick an ear. The thing with Scorsese is he was like an old lady, like he was like the old lady of the film world, like before he even started. He was like an old lady when he was a kid.
Yeah.
I just get everything is just about like the old days and the perfect stuff, and again, that's why he's still worshiping fucking gangsters from the '60s and '50s and '70s. Not in that order, but I mean, it's just these are his fucking heroes now. That's it. This is his fucking. This is his like last thing. Departed wasn't enough.
This is your.
He's
guy.
like, I got to rewrite Goodfellas again. Good for you.
Well, he pretty much did that with Casino, which I enjoyed thoroughly. I love the movie Casino.
Never seen it.
I love the movie Casino. I really do. It's a really nice follow-up to Goodfellas. It's just more mafia stuff, but it's, casinos in the desert and all that. But it is Scorsese at his best. I mean, it's really, really good. Like that one a lot. Had that one on Laserdisc. Went out of my way to own that one. Here, let me take a look at The Irishman on IMDb.
Oh yeah, I should bring that up.
Wow.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at Joe Pesci's weird facial hair. Have you seen it? The way he's grown his facial hair these days? It's pretty crazy.
I'm watching a film where they're taking 80-year-old men and they're slapping like 40 or 40-year-old faces on them, and I read a thing where it's like, oh, they were very sure to make sure that they moved like that, the right age too. You can't make an 80-year-old move like a 40-year-old. No. It's not going to happen. When he's curb stomping the shopkeep because he touched his daughter,
I saw that.
I was like, what?
I saw the way he was moving. It was like very awkward.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, there's an old guy trying not to fall and break a hip. And that's not against him being an old guy. It's against them putting him in a fucking leather jacket and asking him to act like a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Come on.
If they were going to do it the right way, in my opinion, they should have just hired younger actors for the first hour and a half of this movie.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Just pull Goodfellas. They did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that director was good. I don't know what happened with this guy. Oh, and just the painful fuck. Oh, good. So not only am I watching a made-for-TV movie about the murder of Jimmy Hoffa, but it's going to run concurrently with old people on a road trip. Yay! Oh, no! Nothing's more thrilling to me than the 5-minute argument, not even argument, discussion over whether or not to smoke in the car. I was on the edge of my fucking seat.
Yeah.
And then, like, even at the end with like the scenes like with him and the priest, so you feel bad? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But are you sorry?
No.
Please shut the fuck. Please stop. Holy shit. It's just boring. Dull. I have no interest whatsoever in cars of anything. I can't even tell makes and models. Don't give a shit. Don't care. Yeah. I enjoyed Ford versus Ferrari 10 times more than this fucking snooze fest. I don't know how this is up for half the Oscars it is. Also, pick a title. Pick a title.
Yeah.
Either you're going to name it after the book it's based on. I heard you paint houses, or you're going to call it The Irishman. You can't call it both. You can't. Especially since everybody's calling it The Irishman. Then I'm watching and it's like, what the fuck's this other title? And then at the end, same thing. They got 2 title cards because I don't know why choose a title. We'll just fuck.
I heard you paint houses. Mary leans over to me. She's like, what does that even mean? And I'm like, it's basically
really?
It's a metaphor. I didn't really explain it. I'm like, I'm not gonna explain it. It's just a metaphor. She's like, what? I mean, in the very opening of the film,
paint the walls with blood.
Well, in the very beginning of the, I know, I explained that to her. The very beginning of the film, they ask him that question. Then, as he shoots someone and the wall sprays with blood, it's like, can you get more? It's right there. The paint is on the wall. There it is. So it's
his character's Irish.
Totally Irish.
Why does he speak Italian?
Because he was deployed in Italy during World War II, and he stayed there for 4 years, something like that. So he learned to speak Italian when he was in his time there.
That whole part bored the shit out of me. Okay, never mind.
Coming from a household where that was the main language that was spoken, I liked it.
No, it's good for you. I mean, but for us other movie viewers, it's just 10 minutes of 2 guys muttering over a table. Half this film, everybody says, yeah, well, you know what I'm doing. So can we just shoot a film instead of just fucking bar talk?
It was funny. Joe Pesci's character's from the same part of Sicily my mother's family's from. Catania.
This movie just made me sad.
It didn't make me sad.
I've been no, just because all of a sudden all these actors I've been watching for so many years, like they're all like fucking on the verge of death.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Just watching Al Pacino get up pained me. It's like, let him sit. Don't make him move around. Oh man, Jesus.
But Keitel looks amazing.
Yeah, you know.
He's 81 years old. He's my father's age, and he looks. I'm telling you, if you told me he was in his 50s, I'd believe you.
He got more than the gold when he betrayed Jesus.
Last Temptation of Christ.
That's right.
Another Scorsese film.
Again, Judas with a fucking Brooklyn accent.
You want a pastrami sandwich? Made it fresh.
Oh man. I mean, I didn't think. I didn't think the writing was anything special. It was full of every like trope and cliche. This like. What?
I didn't really think it deserved to even get nominated for Best Picture.
Also, this is a whole movie about a hitman whose big strategy is run up real quick and go, hi, bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
I could do that. I wouldn't, but I mean, shit. I mean, it's where's the strategery?
No.
Like that whole thing where he's setting up, say, well, if it's night, his birthday party will be here, and they'll be sitting here, and they'll probably have the guard. And always go for the guard first. And he just like walks in and just empties both. Like you need a backup gun in case the first gun doesn't happen. It's like there's like all this it's almost like the setups in what's that racing film he did in like Europe, that spy thing.
Which actor?
Remember that? De Niro and
Ronin.
Ronin. It was like the setup in Ronin where like he's like explaining how to do the attack, except he just like walks in and just pulls both guns and just opens both of them up on the guy directly.
Yeah.
And chases him out. So what happened to the strategery here? Is it just blah, 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 blah. All right, I'm gone. Yeah, you're a fucking genius. Really? They're paying this guy special? Come on. Nothing. We've got a president in the White House that worships this kind of fucking Goomba. Pardon me, I didn't mean it that way. What I meant to say was, no, this kid, the wise guy, mobster, mafioso, tough guy attitude. Right. Like we got that guy in the White House that worships this nonsense. Just watching it unfold on the screen, like the way he probably looks at it, it's like this is just sad. It's fucking sad. I would have preferred a straight documentary. Instead of just like this long puppy dog eyes of De Niro because he had to kill his favorite crooked union mobster. But what did you think?
Like I said, I didn't hate the film, but it's in my opinion, it's even Age of Innocence. For as boring as that film is, it's masterfully done. This film. It's just probably my least favorite Scorsese film. I still liked it.
I didn't even like it. I'd probably hate it more if I hadn't paused it halfway through to watch Marriage Story. Because that one diverted all my anger and
Yeah, we're gonna do that one next.
That's good.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna enjoy that one. Yeah, but yeah. Overall, I think that for me, the biggest flaw with Irishman, it was just boring and drawn out.
It was boring,
and
it definitely was boring. I'll give you that.
I'm watching any film where I'm watching people watch the news repeatedly for long stretches of time. I'd really rather just watch the news. I can fill in my own reactions.
Yeah. And they did go on that little tangent about how the mafia was always rumored to have killed the President Kennedy, and they brought that up in this.
Oh, yeah, of course they did.
So should we go over what it's nominated for super quick?
Yeah. After you, sir.
All right, so
Me too.
it's nominated for Best Director.
No fucking way.
No way. I mean, not when it's up against, Sam Mendes and Todd Phillips and even
Bong Joon-ho.
Ju Bong Soon or whatever his
Bong Joon-ho, I think is
Okay.
the pronouncement.
For Parasite. So it's just like there's no way.
Ooh, Bong.
There's no way
Huh? What?
he's
Sorry.
he's going to win that one.
Who, Bong Joon-ho or
No.
or-
Scorsese.
No, he better not.
He won't.
If this film wins any acting awards, I'm going on a rampage. I'm sorry. It's fucking ridiculous. No.
It might Parasite might split director because they're not giving it picture. They'll give it best international film, but they might split the directing and give it to Boon Joon, whatever his name is. Best performance by
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho.
Bong Joon-ho.
Best performance by an actor in a supporting role, Joe Pesci and Al Pacino. They took up 2 slots.
2 slots for 2 aging actors who fucking stumble and mutter through this fucking film.
Now,
I
Joe Pesci, I have no idea why he's nominated for this.
because he came out of retirement to do a Scorsese film.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't feel.
I'm not saying it's a good reason. I'm saying that's the reason.
Well, I mean, that's fine. I just don't feel like it was good enough. Pacino, on the other hand, I thought his performance was very good.
I'd give him an Oscar for Johnny Hollywood over this. How about that?
Best adapted screenplay by Steve Zalian.
No way in fuck.
No, it's not going to happen.
No, it's going to be. I've seen every film nominated for screenplay except Two Popes, and I really don't want to watch a film about the two popes talking. I really don't. But for adapted screenplay, ignoring the fact that I didn't see the two popes, I think it's either Jojo Rabbit or Little Women.
Okay.
From an adapting story to screen vantage point,
right?
Specifically screenwriting, those are the 2 top contenders, I believe. Irishman, no.
No fucking way. I mean, they might give it to Jojo Rabbit, but they might give it to Greta Gerwig because she didn't win for Lady Bird, and
good.
And what's his name? Taika Waititi. He's just getting started, so they might think that there's plenty more opportunities. But then again, so is Greta Gerwig. This is only her second film that back to back Best Pictures for her nominations. So she's obviously turning out product that they're very fond of. They're nominating her and her films. All right, so best achievement in cinematography. And what is that up against?
1917.
Okay, you have the list.
Joker.
Okay, because I don't want to. If you brought it up, good. Okay, go ahead. Cinematography. 1917, Joker. What else?
The Lighthouse, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Now, for a black and white film, The Lighthouse is a pretty incredible piece of cinematography.
You saw that, right?
I haven't. I've seen the first half.
Oh.
I've seen the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And yeah, I know. I was all ready to watch it. Then you reminded me it wasn't nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm. If you get a chance, watch it. It's worth watching, but be prepared.
Be prepared.
Watch it alone.
Oh, really?
No, just because it Mayor's going to hate it.
Oh, is she?
Oh,
Yeah.
If I watched it with Holly, every 10 minutes, all I'd hear is, "What's happening?" It's not that kind of movie. It's not a kind of movie where you're supposed to ask that question.
Did you see the other film?
Watch it alone.
Did you see the other film he did, The Witch?
Yes.
Okay. Is it not as far as plot wise, but structure wise? Is it similar to that? Because that one was a slow burn for that film.
I would just say slow. The only big difference is that The Witch kind of has a story to it.
Okay.
The Lighthouse is more like a cinematic metaphor,
Oh,
and I'm not even sure about what. I've got some ideas, but
really?
it's not the kind of film that like you can't give it. All you can say is two guys at a lighthouse. Anything else, and there's nothing else to it.
So it's if you were to compare it to like David Lynch, would that be accurate?
I would say like
because he would always he would direct something and be like, I don't understand what's happening right now.
a German David Lynch.
Okay.
I would compare it like a cross between like him and Herzog.
Okay. All right. I know I want to see it.
And I might be off on that. I mean,
I want to see
that's
it.
That's my take.
Yeah, I want to see it in the worst way.
Definitely watch it, but just don't watch it with somebody that's going to ask you questions, because that's going to ruin the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah. No. It's one of those films that I like, but I don't really recommend it to anybody except maybe you.
Okay.
What else we got?
All right. It's also nominated for Best Costume Design, which it's period. It's technically a period piece, so Little Women. Yeah, there's no. You don't even have to say the other nominees.
Right,
you don't even have to say the other nominees. It's going to Little Women.
Yeah, I'm just going to mark that right now. That's an obvious one. All right.
Production. Best Achievement in Production Design. What's it nominated? What's it up against?
1917, Jojo Rabbit, Hollywood, and Parasite.
Yeah, I would say one of the other four has a better shot than this film. I'm not saying production design was bad by any means. I just think it was better done in the other four.
I may go 1917 on that.
Yeah. Best Achievement in Film Editing. The editing was good in this. I'll give it that.
Sure. I would say it's up against Ford versus Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, and Parasite.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, all of the other films are better at yeah. All right, best achievement in visual effects. I think Endgame is nominated. There's no way they would give it to The Irishman over Endgame. Not that I'm saying Endgame wins. There's just no way this movie wins.
Even if not that, you also got Star Wars up against it. Star Wars is always a strong contester for visual effects.
Oh yeah, Star Wars is always. I mean, the Star Wars franchise. They are one of the best franchises at winning technical awards at the Oscars.
Oh yeah.
And finally, Best Picture.
Nope.
No.
I would even say
absolutely not.
If this was a 5-picture year, that doesn't make the final list.
If you go by my theory about director, it does. But
no.
Maybe Little Women would be one of the 5 because they didn't nominate her for director. Greta Gerwig.
I'm with you on that too. Yeah, I think that wouldn't make it the 5 final.
So those are its nominees. Does it win anything? Like, does it have a shot at winning any of those?
I don't know. I hope it doesn't win a goddamn thing.
Like a real shot.
The only thing working in our favor against the Scorsese aspect is that it's Netflix. And I think Hollywood is still grudgingly coming to term with the idea of streaming video films getting Oscars.
Yeah, true.
You know, even though Scorsese, like you said, one of the people against video and stuff like that, did it.
Yeah. Yeah, they gave him a lot of money to do it.
Fucking idiots.
Well, Netflix has over 100 million subscribers. I mean, they're making billions of dollars a year just in streaming. So they can take $160 million loss and not even worry about recouping it at the box office because they got 100 million subscribers. It's basically like selling 100 million movie tickets.
Well, that's why the director of Roma went through streaming directly because he said, "I can never." Yeah. What?
Was the director of Roma, was that Netflix or Amazon?
That was Netflix, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because he had said, "I would never reach this kind of audience through traditional cinema these days. This is the only way, an independent filmmaker like myself can reach a broad audience."
Right.
So, so The Irishman reached a broad audience. When the film has to specifically point out that young people today aren't going to know who the hell any of these people are, it's like, yeah, that's probably why they didn't want to give you 160 million.
Right.
Because no one gives a fuck about Jimmy Hoffa anymore.
Yeah.
Except the people that are going to sit there for 3.5 hours jerking off to De Niro and Pesci mumbling at each other.
Molto bene.
Yeah, all right.
All right, so
I can deliver your steaks. Yeah,
yeah, you like steaks? I like steaks.
I can deliver your steaks. Oh, man,
I did like the little blurbs of information where it was like blah blah blah, shot in the face 7 times in front of his house. I like that.
I'd be fine with that if they didn't tell us later how they fucking died. Like the one guy was like shot 3 times in the face in 19 something. Okay, don't fucking show it to me an hour later. You could have just showed me. Why are you telling me? Tell me about the characters we don't see again. That I thought was interesting. But then when they started doing the people that we watched die, it's like you're.
All right, let's rate this thing so we can move on to the next one.
All right, 5 and we're out.
It currently sits at 8 on IMDb on 227,000 votes.
Thankfully, not in the top 250.
It's a pretty good score though. 8.0.
What do you want?
What do I want, or what would I settle for?
What do you want?
I would go a 7 on this.
Really? Oh, sold. I was thinking 8, but I'm okay with a 7.
Really? You would go an 8 for this?
I figured you were going to fight me for a higher score, so
No,
I was already ready to give in at 8. But no, I'm happy with 7. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Feel it.
I don't feel that this is an 8. An 8 is just too high.
An 8 film would be interesting.
An 8 film would have been 2.5 hours, not 3.5 hours. I don't know if I'd ever watch this film again. Maybe if I did, maybe I would change my mind. Maybe it's one of those films that I would enjoy more the second time around. But
yeah, I can easily see myself sitting around like a Wednesday evening and say, "Oh, I guess a couple hours to kill. What do you want to watch? Oh, how about a 4-hour movie about old gangsters? Yeah, that's good. Be leisurely. No.
Honestly, I think I would just watch Goodfellas or Casino again.
Yeah, this film was just a fucking marathon of just let me do it all over again one more time before I die. Great, you did it.
You see what you did? You did it. No, 7. I think a 7 is a good score. But yeah, 7. I'm happy with the 7. All right, let's.
Don't say they wouldn't dare.
Don't say that.
Don't say they. Don't say that.
Don't say
don't
it.
Oh.
All right.
Further watch analyzing this. Jesus Christ.
you. All right. This is episode 322. Yes. Of Moviesucktastic. Go to our website at moviesucktastic.com. Listen to the show. Download the show. Tune in live every Thursday at 8 o'clock and hang out with us while we review films. You can also go to our iTunes page and you can download or listen to the show there as well. You can leave us voicemail, 908-514-4470. You can email us. The address is themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/moviesucktastic. You can also go to our Tumblr page at moviesucktastic.tumblr.com, and you can download the Android app for your Android devices. 100% free. Everything I said is in it. Look for that. Download it. You won't be disappointed. Do you have any words of wisdom, Mr. Wilson?
What kind of man makes a film like that?
Bada bing.
Yeah,
I got no teeth.
aging gangsters in prison. Fucking riveting.
I wonder if Joe Pesci really has no teeth.
No.
It looked like he.
Oh, no.
It looked like
Oh,
he
he
really
might-
didn't have any teeth at the end there.
They're all fucking 80. I'm sure some of them don't have teeth.
He did a real. Well, if he does have teeth, they did a really good job of making him look like he didn't have teeth. I don't know.
I don't want to talk about Joe Pesci's teeth anymore.
Okay. All right, everybody. We'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.
What Tony? The other Tony. You know, Tony. The other
Hey.
Tony. Not Tony. Tony.
Yeah, all the Tonys, they're going to be there. My favorite Tony.
Buy the paper. Buy the paper.
Get the papers. Get the papers.
I don't give a shit.
Fuck, don't quote movies that you don't know.
You're so mean. All right.
All right, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Don't say the